In this lesson, we'll be reviewing multiplying and dividing positive rational numbers, meeting the requirements for TEKS 6.3e. In our first problem, a recipe for cookies requires 2/3 of a cup of butter. Rama wants to make 3/4 of the recipe. How many cups of butter should Rama use to make the cookies? So a couple of things stand out. A recipe requires 2/3 of a cup of butter. She doesn't want to make the whole recipe though. She only wants to make a part of the recipe. She wants to make 3/4 or 3/4 of the recipe. So we need 3/4 of the 2/3. 3/4 of 2/3, which is the same thing as 3/4 times 2/3. That word of is typically a pretty good clue for multiply. We know when we multiply fractions, we multiply straight across numerators and straight across denominators, giving us a fraction of 6/12, which to me certainly looks like could be simplified. 6/12, both numbers can be divided by 6, which gives me a simplified fraction of 1/2. In order to make 3/4 of the recipe, Rama will need 1/2 a cup of butter, which is answer choice A. In our next problem, a pharmacist put 4.536 ounces of vitamin pills into bottles. She put 0.042 ounce of vitamin pills into each bottle. How many bottles did the pharmacist use for these vitamin pills? So we see a few things. One, the pharmacist had 4.536 ounces of pills, and she put them into bottles. In fact, she put 0.042 of an ounce, or 42 thousandths of an ounce, into each bottle. So what was she doing with the 4.536 ounces? She was dividing it. She was dividing it into bottles. 4.536 divided by 0.042. 4.536 was all of the pills. 0.042 went into each bottle. When we divide decimals, you should remember that we need to move the decimal in our divisor all the way to the end. We can have no decimal divisor. We need a whole number. So when I moved that decimal, I moved it 3 places. So I need to do the same thing to my dividend, the number inside the house. The decimal needs to move 3 places. So now 42 doesn't fit into 4, but it does fit into 45 one time. Bring down the 3. 42 does not fit into 33. So that's 0. Bring down the 6. 42 fits into 336 8 times. In fact, it fits exactly 8 times. So that we know the number of bottles needed was D, 108. In this problem, a team of workers took 167.3 hours to complete a task. A smaller team of workers will complete the same task, but it will take them 1.25 times as long as it took the first team. Based on this information, which statement is true? Well, so the first thing we know is that the first team took 167.3 hours. and that the smaller team was going to do the same task, but it was going to take them 1.25 times as long. This suggests that we're going to need to multiply the original amount of hours times 1.25. So right away we know that the answer can't be A, because A was suggesting adding. And the same is true with B. So A's out, and so is B. Both C and D show multiplying, but they show different products. So let's do the multiplication and see what we come up with. 5 times 3 is 15, 36, 33. A placeholder. 2 times 3 is 6, 14, 13, 3. Two placeholders. 3, 7, 6, and 1. 5, 12, 11, 19, 0, 2. I have one number to the right of the decimal here, 2 here for a total of 3. So I need 1, 2, 3 numbers to the right of my decimal. I get 209.125, which matches answer D. The task will take the smaller team of workers 209.125 hours to complete, because 167.3 times 1.25 equals 209.125. And that's true. In this problem, Toby has 3/4 of a candy bar. He shared 1/3 of this with his sister. How much of a candy bar did Toby share with his sister? So let's think about this. He doesn't have the whole candy bar. He's only got 3/4 of it, right? Some of it had already been eaten. He agrees to share 1/3 of this with his sister. So it looks like maybe this piece here he's going to give to her. This is much less than the entire candy bar, and certainly less than the 3/4 that he had. So how do we find out the size of this piece of the candy bar? Well, here's how we do it. He had 3/4. He's sharing 1/3 of this. Remember that word of again, 1/3 of this times 1/3. When we multiply fractions, we multiply straight across numerators, straight across denominators, and in this case, we can simplify to get a fraction of 1/4, which is answer choice C. Well, take a look at this candy bar again as well. It looks like our answer makes sense. If this is the entire candy bar, and I broke it into fourths, doesn't it look like the piece that he shared with her is one of those fourths? I like our answer, C. Michael's car averages 17.3 miles per gallon of gasoline. How many miles can Michael drive if he fills his tank with 10.5 gallons of gasoline? Enter your answer in the grid below. Please be sure to pay close attention to place value and to shade in the bubbles. All right, so here's what we see. He averages 17.3 miles per gallon. He's going to put 10.5 gallons of gas in his tank. So 17.3 miles for each gallon times the 10.5 gallons of gas in his tank. We'll do this multiplication, and when we do, we'll find that Michael is able to travel 181.65 miles on 10.5 or 10.5 gallons of gas. In our last problem, the Malone family built a rectangular swimming pool in their backyard. Here's their swimming pool. The floor of the pool has an area of 103 1/8 square feet. If the width of the pool is 8 1/4, then what is the length of the pool? Well, we know that length times width, or base times height, gives us area. So we just need to work backwards. We're doing the inverse. So instead of multiplying length and width, we're going to divide the area by the width to get the length. So we can divide 103 1/8 divided by 8 1/4. So there's a few things for us to consider here. In order to divide fractions, we need to have fractions and not mixed numbers. So we could make the choice to turn these mixed numbers into improper fractions using the checkma method. Check, multiply, add. So 103 times 8 is 824. Add the 1. So we get 825 over 8. Divided by the checkma method, multiply, add. 8 times 4 is 32, plus 1 is 33 over 4. Now you should remember, when we divide fractions, we elect instead to multiply by reciprocal. So in other words, we get 825 over 8 multiplied by the reciprocal of 33 over 4, which is 4 over 33. 825 eighths times 4 33rds. 825 eighths times 4 33rds. Let's clear the board here. 825 eighths times 4 33rds. So a couple things for us to do here. We can cross simplify diagonally. I can make the 4 a 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Now I can multiply straight across. 825. 2 times 33 is 66. 825 divided by 66. Decimal 0, and that's 5. Exactly, 330. 12.5. 12.5, or 12 5/10. The 5/10 would simplify to 12 1/2, which is answer choice B. Now that's if we decided to go the route of fractions. We kept our mixed numbers, we renamed our mixed numbers into improper fractions. And then we multiplied using the reciprocal and then simplified and found 12 1/2 to be our answer. Now, we could also have gone a slightly different route. We could have said, I don't really enjoy dealing with fractions, and I would rather deal with decimals. So 103 1/8 divided by 8 1/4 could also have been written as 103.125. If I remember, 1/8 is 125 thousandths as a decimal, divided by 8 1/4, which is 8.25. 1/4, or 1/4, is written as 0.25. So I have 103.125 divided by 8.25. I have 103.125 divided by 8.25. Now remember, got to move the decimal all the way to the end in our divisor. So in this case, I moved it twice. So I need to do the same thing to our dividend. 825 doesn't go into 1, nor 10, nor 103, but it does fit into 1031 one time. Bring down the 2. 825 into 2062 would go twice. Bring down the 5. 825 into 4,125 goes exactly 5 times. And look, we get the same exact answer we got earlier, 12.5, or 12 and 5/10, which simplifies to 12 and 1/2. The same correct answer of B. Your choice, whether you prefer to rename mixed numbers into improper fractions and then multiply reciprocals and simplify, or if you can remember to convert fractions to decimals and then do the division using the decimals.